Hey there, it's Mindfulness Monday and we are back at work. So we're gonna close the door and take 5. We're gonna stretch out a little bit to deal with some of those things that come from working in an office, working at a desk and typing. We're gonna work a little bit on those weak leg muscles, stretching them out, opening up those hips that can sit in one position all the time. You know, you're sitting on a chair with your legs and your feet down. And then we're also gonna work a little bit with those hands and wrists and hopefully keep you from having too much carpal tunnel or other issues around there. So we are gonna do a couple simple movements together, but first we're just gonna get seated. Feet are starting to ground into the ground here. You have your think about your posture. You haven't been thinking about it much of the day probably while you've been working, but let's think about it for a second here. Closing your eyes, taking some deep breaths in, and starting to think about letting your shoulders relax. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, let your shoulders relax, your shoulder blades come down your back. Keep breathing here. Closing your eyes if you want to, keeping them open. Take another one here. One more here, opening those eyes if they were closed. And the first thing we're gonna do is a little something for our legs. So we're gonna take that right leg, crossing the foot at but resting it above the knee and that ankle there. And we're gonna take a deep breath here. Think about our posture, going straight up here. And leading forward with the chest, exhaling. Do you feel a nice gentle stretch or sensation there? Do what's right for you. You know your body. So if you want to relax a little further, hands can rest on your sides. They can go down, whatever works for you. A couple more deep breaths here. One more. Great. Okay, we're going to take that out. We're going to shake these out a little bit here. We're going to do the other side. Okay, bringing that one up, resting it above the knee. Nice bend at the knee on the left foot. Deep breath here, chest up, forward, leading forward with that chest. Taking a deep breath. Okay, closing your eyes if you want to. Another couple deep breaths here. All right, bringing it up. And we are going to do next a variation on eagle pose. We're going to do something to work on our hands and wrists and our mobility there because we might have spent a lot of time typing or doing other repetitive activities. So first thing we're going to do before we get started is we're going to take our hands out front, stretching forward, going up overhead, shoulders are down, taking around the back too, getting a little stretch of the chest out here. Okay, hand, palm forward, other bending back, just real gentle, no pulling. Great. I'm going to bend it forward as well. Okay, palm out, pushing the palm forward. I'm bending it the other way as well. All right, so we're going to take, I'm going to show you a couple different variations on this, and we're going to start with our feet in. We're also going to walk them out later. First things first, we're going to put the hands out in front of us, and we're going to cross them over. So if this is something you can do, this is here for you. We've crossed the hands, elbows on top of each other. Palms are coming in the region of each other. Some of you are probably going to have your palms meeting. Some of you are not. Doesn't matter. Whatever works here. Start here. Bringing those elbows up so they're in line with the shoulders and breathing here, okay? If this doesn't work for you at all, I have a couple other options. One, take the right over, cross it here, okay? Just relaxing here. Take some breaths in here, stretching out that way. Otherwise, you can also do a hug, okay? We're going to start because we were starting with the right on top, everybody. So here is a hug. So whatever works for you, try that. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And as I said, shoulders are up elbows are up by the shoulders. Shoulders are still relaxing down from the ears though. All right, we're walking our feet slowly out. We're making some more room here. And we're on the edge of our chair, of our seat here. And we are actually going to relax down. So we are in letting the head go down as well if you want to. You can do this with your hug. If you have the one arm out extended and pulling, you want to switch to the hug for this position. All right, another deep breath here. All right, we're coming back up. All right, great job. Shaking it out, bringing those feet back together. All right, let's get started with the other side. So the right one was on the top for you this time, left one's on the top this time. Again, find the position that works for you. We talk about this all the time in our work together, but different sides of the body, we're not actually symmetrical. Usually different strengths and just different flexibilities. So try it out here. Start with the eagle. Maybe you get closer, maybe you get further. If that doesn't work for you, try one of the variations. Left hand on top, arm pulling, or we've got the hug, but this time left hand on top. All right, so this, if you're wherever you are, we're thinking about those shoulders still staying down and away from the ears, but the elbows coming up towards the, in line with those shoulders. And some deep breaths here. You can close your eyes if you want. You can stay here. Just don't look at your computer. All right, one more deep breath here, and we're walking those feet out. We are in, our seat is in the middle or the front third of our chair, and we are starting to relax down it. Over that, whatever works for you. Again, if you had one arm over top extended, switch to the hugging arms. Letting those shoulders relax, letting the neck relax as well. A couple more deep breaths here. Feet are rooted into that floor. One more deep breath. Okay, we're pulling it up. All right, untangling those arms, bring those feet in. All right, great. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful week. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you next week.